it is our pleasure and honor to introduce our esteemed EmpowHER guest speaker, the embodiment of entrepreneurship, culinary innovation, motivation, inspiration, and spiritual fortitude. The slogan for EmpowHER is to embrace the spirit within. And with that being said, I would like to introduce Lorelyn Martin, the founder of Lorelyn's Gourmet Desserts, on today's EmpowHER topic, which is titled Unleash Your Greatness. Please put your hands together for Lorelyn.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for that wonderful introduction. I am so thankful and so grateful to have all of you join us here today on our inaugural launch of EmpowHER. So, like anything in life, there are stories, and we all have a journey. Today was really no coincidence for me to be here. On November 1st, I actually woke up in the morning, and I felt intuitively, I said to myself, oh my gosh, I'm going to be part of a fashion event. I'm going to be part of something, really epic and life-changing. And, I checked my messages in the morning, and then I saw Vanessa's message. And, she asked me if I wanted to be part of the EmpowHER, brunch launch. And I thought to myself, wow, I cannot believe that this just actually happened. And, I have a very spiritual essence to my being. And for those of you who know me, know this about me. And so, I spoke to Vanessa, and her cause really, spoke volumes to me. And I thought, wow, I'd love to be part of it. Why? Because, I really think as human beings, we are here to really change the world and to elevate one another and bring the best out of each other, right? So I'm here today, and I'm so honored to be able to share my journey with you. I am Lorelyn. I'm the founder and CEO of Lorelyn's Gourmet Desserts. It is a venture that I launched 7 years ago at a time in my life that I was diagnosed with food allergies. Lorelyn's Gourmet Desserts is a gluten-free, plant-based, vegan-friendly, allergen-friendly desserts company. And I was diagnosed with 7 of the top food ingredients 17 years ago. And that includes eggs, dairy, wheat, gluten, soy, corn, rice, and sesame. So, none of this was really available at the time, and I decided to create these recipes out of my kitchen. Why? Because it was inaccessible, and there was really no availability for these types of desserts in hospitality, within the groceries channels, and even online. So I'm here today, and part of my journey in life as well, before I started the business, I was a classic pianist for 10 years. And my family is here today, joining me and joining all of us, and I'm so grateful and so honored, because it is because of them that also helped me to become the person and the woman that I am today. So my mom, Evelyn, my father, Lorenzo, 2 of my sisters, my beautiful sisters, Cheryl and Michelle, are here joining me today, and all of us. They are part of my journey as a classic pianist for 10 years. I competed in Canada and the United States. I won 100 awards. And part of unleashing your greatness and, in your wins is also, having somebody empower you to believe in yourself. And my mom always said to me that I was, a genius. And you say these words to me today. And I think growing up as a kid, I really believed in myself. I had a lot of confidence in myself. My family was, there, in all of my competitions. And, being in front of people and performing in front of hundreds of individuals and in front of adjudicators, it was a lot of practicing. And I believe that, practice as a sport, for example, practicing, just putting in the hours, your hard work, discipline, all of that really creates, this magnificent, powerful self where, in time it all elevates and it all adds up, right? So unleashing your greatness, a lot of this has to do with my history and of course being a classic pianist and winning competitions for the first 10 years. It really elevated, gave me a lot of confidence to be on stage. And I always believed in myself from that point on. Why? Because it's me that's putting in the hard work and the outcome really presents itself. So my final year, I was 14 years old, and I scored a perfect 100 for the first time. And I played Beethoven Sonata in G major, and that was, one of the most difficult songs I ever played. But playing 3 hours a day after school and putting in the work and putting in the hours, practice, you've heard the saying, practice makes perfect. Well, it really does. And whatever you do in life, you have to put in the hours and the discipline. So part of the process of, becoming great is, of course, having that winning mindset. So when you have that winning mindset, you have the discipline, you have the focus, which is all very important, and you also have that winning attitude. Secondly, what I'd like to share with you is that, the first 10 years, 10 years was classic pianist, and then after that I ventured off into the corporate world. Prior to starting my desserts company, I helped launch 50 fitness centers for women all across Canada. And part of that journey was I had an incredible mentor who also introduced me to help elevate my mental state, because we all have to have a positive mental attitude, especially when you're owning a business and anything that you do in life with all the curveballs and challenges that we're faced on a day-to-day basis. I started to listen to Tony Robbins, okay, and this is in my earlier 20s. And, once I started to incorporate motivational books and audios such as Tony Robbins, I remember it was Personal Power and Get the Edge, it automatically transforms my life. I really had seen the differences in my focus and my attitude, my goal setting, for example. We all have goals that we would like to, attain in life, that we all want to pursue, or dreams. Well, again, these motivational materials really helped me to stay focused. It gave me the courage, it gave me the discipline, and you know what, it really elevated my winning mindset. So that's Tony Robbins. I also incorporated Eckhart Tolle and Robin Sharma, which is an excellent, I would say other mentor and life coach, I guess you could phrase it that way. But there are a lot of materials out there that we all need to help incorporate and elevate our mindset. So, unleashing your greatness and becoming great, believing in your dreams, being vulnerable with your creativity, all of that is all-encompassing. But what I do want to also add to this is also, being your authentic self and being who you are and not trying to be somebody else. I really think it's really important that we all embrace our uniqueness, because we're always trying to compare ourselves. I don't know. I mean, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But there are so many outside factors out there that, we have to really understand who we are first as an individual, and also, be able to dig deep down inside and believe in your dreams and know what your visions and goals are in life, right? So, curious to know, there's probably a bunch of entrepreneurs here in the room. I'm going to say, raise a hand, you guys are either entrepreneurs, you guys are succeeding in business, you guys have goals and visions and are creative in your own unique and amazing ways. And so, these are all, I would say, principles that I've incorporated as a woman, and also, throughout the years growing up as a kid and just believing in myself and really having that confidence and belief in myself. Guys, I've always had confidence in myself. And when you have that desire and that confidence in yourself, there's really you don't have this, losing attitude where, Okay, if I try, I won't succeed, or if I try this, I'll fail. Well, guys, you know, a part of success is failing. It's part of your journey, and it's all part of your learning life lessons. So, you know, I'm here today to just share some of my principles and beliefs with you. I know there's a lot of you out there in the audience today that have multiple businesses and, you know, are really creative and are trying new things. And, you know, when you have a passion and desire to pursue something, there really is nothing can ever get in your way, you know. I think when you really want something, you will attain it and you'll win it and you'll find ways to achieve it. You know, starting my business, guys, I didn't have a CPG background. I didn't know where to begin. I just knew how to innovate and create these types of foods scientifically, mathematically, without a food background. It was just something that just came to me and I went for it. And I remember one day I invited a friend of mine, his name is Mark McCoy, who's not here today. You know who Mark is, right, Arthur? So Mark is an Olympic athlete, and he was vegan at the time, and this was maybe 8 years ago. And I said, Mark, I want you to try my products. I want you to try the brownies, the muffins, the cookies. I know some of you here, if not all of you, have tried the muffins, whatever was being presented today. And he came over, and I said to him, I said, Mark, I want you to try my products. And he's so picky. And he said, you know what, Lorelyn, I really love your products. I said, great, thank you. Because you know what, I have to decide, is this a hobby or is it really a business? And you know what? I said to myself, I said, the gluten-free market was just popping at the time. And I thought, this is a great opportunity for me to launch the products, right? Because it just all happened very timely. And so his feedback was, Lorelyn, you know what, you just can't be Canadian, okay? You gotta be American, you gotta go for it. I said, Mark, thank you so much, that's all I need to hear, and I just did it. And I went all in on something that I really believed in. So that was really, I would say, a catalyst. I knew in my mind that it was not a hobby, it was going to be a business, and I went for it. And you know what, I am launching in over 300 retailers. Next year, in 2024, one of my colleagues could not make it here today, but he's out there selling my brand. He's out there selling, you know, the products, and we will be in other retailers throughout Canada as well as the United States. So I am looking at co-packing facilities out there as well in 2024. So I am very, very, I would say, highly invested in what I've created because I know that it is providing tasty and safe products that really anyone can have with any lifestyle. So I just wanted to open it up to the audience. If you have any questions, Vanessa, or anyone in the audience, if you have any questions for me before I close this Empower speaking speech. How am I feeling today, specifically? I'm so honored and grateful to even be here with you and to be here with everyone. I think I'm really here to inspire, and I'd love to help, anyone really, go for it and achieve their dreams. I had no game plan, and I have to say, of course, I have a game plan now, but I mean, at the beginning, I really feel like when you want to figure something out, and they always say wait, I really don't think you should wait because you don't really know what tomorrow holds, right? You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I think, if you have an idea and you want to pursue something with all your heart, just go for it and don't wait.
May I?
Yes, absolutely.
Lorelyn. Lorelyn came in like a shining star. So when I reached out to Lorelyn a couple weeks back, it was just, hey, I remember her cookies. She was one of my vendors. Maybe she wants to pop up. So I reached out to her, and then next thing you know, we became besties. So not only did we launch EmpowHER, but we developed a fantastic relationship. And that's what I'm talking about, women sticking together. There's no competition. It's about elevating each other, and we bounce off of each other. And she's been very empowering to me, and I would hope likewise.
Absolutely.
Without further ado, I want you to give a round of applause for Lorelyn, and please come and check her out.